Israel and Syria clash in Golan Heights ceasefire line. World News. MSN. Hotmail. More. Autos. My MSN. Video. Careers and jobs. Personals. Weather. Bellish. Quotes. White pages. Games. Real estate. Wonderwall. Horoscopes. Shopping. Yellow pages. Local edition. Traffic. Feedback. Maps and directions. Travel. Full MSN index. Bing. News.com. Today. Nightly news. Rock Center. Meet the Press. Dateline. MSNBC. Breaking news. Newsvine. Home. U.S. World. Politics. Business. Sports. Entertainment. Health. Tech. Science. Travel. Local. Weather. Advertise vertical bracket ad choices. Recommended. Israeli inquiry. No evidence Palestinian boy in infamous photo was killed by IDF. Recommended. Egypt's rebels gather millions of signatures to protest Morsi. Recommended. Pakistan's new leader makes landmark offer of talks to Taliban. Recommended. UN mediator, Syria government, rebels preparing for peace talks. Header point top underscore header left curly bracket background image. URL http://cd.lib.newsvine.com/chrome/world news franchise/images/header point jpg equals 9139 right curly bracket. First for breaking news and analysis, compelling world news stories from NBC News journalists. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook. About this blog archives. Email updates follow on Twitter. Subscribe to RSS. 108 comments. Print. 6 hours ago. Israel and Syria clash in Golan Heights ceasefire line. By Albert Hadji, The Associated Press. Damascus, Syria. Syria said Tuesday it destroyed an Israeli vehicle that crossed the ceasefire line in the Golan Heights overnight, while the Israeli military said gunfire from Syria had hit an Israeli patrol, damaging a vehicle and prompting its troops to fire back. The two sides appeared to be referring to the same incident. Sporadic fire from Syria's civil war has occasionally hit the Israeli-controlled Golan Heights, a strategic plateau Israel captured in the 1967 war. Israel assumes most of the incidents are accidental fire, but its forces have responded in several occasions. Tuesday's incident, however, marked the first time that the Syrian army has acknowledged firing at Israeli troops across the frontier, and appeared to be an attempt by President Bashar Assad's regime to project toughness following 3 Israeli airstrikes near Damascus this year. Advertise vertical bracket ad choices. The strikes, which targeted alleged Syrian arms shipments bound for the Lebanese Hezbollah militant group, marked a sharp escalation of Israel's involvement in the Syrian civil war. They also raised fears that a conflict that has repeatedly spilled over Syria's borders could turn into a full-fledged regional war. Syria vowed to retaliate, and Assad said Syria is capable of facing Israel and would not accept violations of its sovereignty. Firing at an Israeli target seems to be in line with the tougher rhetoric that followed the airstrikes. A statement issued Tuesday by the Syrian armed forces said its troops destroyed the Israeli vehicle along with those in it. It said Israel later fired 2 missiles toward one of the Syrian positions in the village of Zabadiya village, causing no casualties. The village is located inside the Syrian-controlled Golan, and the state-run Sana news agency said rebels were operating in the area. The border zone has seen repeated breaches during Syria's 2-year civil war, as rebels took control over some villages near the ceasefire line. The army statement carried by Sana said any attempt to infiltrate Syria's sovereignty will face immediate and firm retaliation. Earlier Tuesday, Israel's military said gunfire from Syria had hit an Israeli patrol in the Golan Heights overnight, damaging a vehicle and prompting the troops to fire back. It said that